All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is I, Kanamon, once again. So I don't normally do videos, and I know I was previously speaking about doing a Wilds expansion thing where, like, I was talking about what's going to happen, what I expect to see. But the main talking points I was doing for that video were kind of already shown in the trailer, and so I feel like there's really no point in me releasing the video anymore. Also, it was bad, so I don't want to do it. We're just gonna do kind of a breakdown of the trailer and what I think is gonna happen from what we see. So let's get into it. All right, so from just the last 20-ish seconds, I want to point out I was fucking right. Okay, I was right. Look at this mountain shit. I said there was going to be a mountain in the expansion. We got a mountain. Okay? I'm not saying I'm a fucking prophet, but I might be a prophet, okay? This is. I knew there was a mountain. I knew there was a goddamn mountain. I knew there was a goddamn mountain. Also, Nada got a lot older. I know a lot of people are talking about it. Interesting. You know, I hope they can make him a more interesting character. But besides that, how is that going to work with all of the collecting thing? Because he's kind of the central point of our supplies, right? He's the one who collects everything from all over, right? He gets you everything you need. He's the main point to go to if you want to do trades and stuff. So I don't know how that's going to turn out in the expansion. Are they just going to get somebody else to replace him? Like, I'm kind of curious to see. I'm liking the new clothes. I'm hearing a lot about her being pregnant. I don't see it, but I am liking her outfit. Also, the hair. The hair was the first thing that got to me. Interesting way to style it. I kind of like the what's the thing? The cloth she wears on her head a lot more. That was my preferred style for her.
Wyveria negated the
Let's go back a second.
Wyveria.
The Kezu doll. Oh, I was never a Kezu fan, but you know what? I am liking the way that they're going, like, with all these like monsters that are connected to the fourth gen. I heard something about Kezu being very connected to the Ace Hunters. So I mean, if that's the case, this is well worth it. Also, paralysis. I like all the paralysis stuff we got going on. Right, something to rival Lalabarina would be nice, I guess, because we don't really have too many paralysis-based monsters, do we?
Gated the weight of buildings and mounted the sky.
What is that haircut? What is that haircut?
Wyveria negated the weight of buildings
That one's fire, right? Her hair, fire.
and mounted.
But Olivia, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, man? She looks like she's about to drop her kids off at soccer practice, bro. What is happening?
To the sky.
Is that Eric? Hold on.
And mounted the sky.
I'm liking these. What kind of monsters are these? I am curious to see. Are they going to be kind of similar to those Sonic raptor-like creatures? I don't know what they're called because I forgot. But like, are they going to drop similar things? Are they going to drop a whole separate section of stuff? Because from the two bird-like small monsters that we have to catch and kill, really we only got like wing for a bunch of armors and stuff, and then we got like guardian feathers, and that's it. So are we gonna get like feathers from these guys? Are we gonna get just the wings from these guys, or are they gonna be pretty much the same loot pool? You know? Curious to see. Also, I'm loving the architecture. God damn. I love ruins so much. It's gonna be such a fun time running through here.
I can't stop
Okay, so that was Eric.
wondering, how can all this exist?
Whew. This is beautiful, dude.
Up amongst the clouds.
Also, don't think I didn't notice. That's definitely going to be the defender set for this game, right? I clocked it. I'm pretty sure y'all clocked it. I want to see what it does, but like, you know, it's official. Like, we're getting into the real meat and potatoes of the game. Like, this everything before was prep. It feels crazy to see. All right, the new monster. Oh, I'm excited for this one. We all have seen the resemblance to Valstrax, right? But the skin kind of seems a little more rubbery, more than I've seen with any other monster except for Gypsyros. Like, this reminds me a bit too much of Gypsyros, you know? So that might just end up being a lightning resistance. So, you know, prep up ice, if anything. Because that's probably what it's going to be. I've never been a fan of the, what do they call it, pack system in this game, especially with it being mostly with Doshiguma. That was a terrible decision. But I mean, if it's as coordinated as we're going to see, look at how coordinated that is. If they're actually designing it around being a pack, it might turn out a lot better than I am assuming. Because the only other pack we see in the game is Blanganga, and that was atrocious. Ooh, and they're just massive, aren't they? All right, the brace booster. Oh, boost brace? Boost bracer. I'm excited for this one. You got an offset into what is like an overhead slam, followed up by a charge. That is incredible. I am curious to see, like, what can you get from more faster hitting close range weapons, right? Because the ones they're showing us is a very slow, deliberate weapon in the greatsword. They're showing us a ranged, light bowgun. Being one-handed, you're just sprinting around, right? It keeps you moving. And the last one they have here is the gun lance, which is, you're getting a counter out of it, which, I mean, it makes sense. It's a countering, or it should be a countering weapon, right? It's all about blocking and getting in the next huge hit. But what can you get for a faster moving weapon, you know? Like the longsword or the dual blades, right? What are you going to get out of that? Are there going to be more brace or boosted offsets? Kind of like the one that we're seeing with the greatsword? Are we going to be seeing a lot more counters for, let's say, like the longsword? Is this going to be where it's more of a gap filler kind of thing? Right? Are we going to be getting boosted moves into like a buff similar to Savage Axe on the Charge Blade, you know? It's too many possibilities are being brought up with this. I'm excited to see where they go. And I'm liking how they're showing us Guardians up here. Like that is their home still.
They can affect the environment with just their presence. A moving natural disaster.
Too powerful to tame, too difficult to reproduce.
Kushala fucking Deora. Nobody wanted to see him, but it was kind of we all knew it was going to happen, okay? This whole thing is built around like weather and stuff, you know? Of course we're going to get Kushala, right? That's why we're probably going to get Kieran, Namiel, Velkana, and Teostra. Those are kind of mandatory in this whole weather-based system, right? If you can change the weather or are just directly tied with weather, you're probably going to be put in the expansion as an elder, you know? I don't know what we were all thinking. Like, it's going to happen. Also, goddamn, this guy looks sick as hell with this style. I'm optimistic only because I've seen what they can do so far. Let them cook. But, oh, if it's like World. God, I hate it.
Sounds like an elder dragon.
Yep, Ascendance. This is... I'm very excited for the expansion. I hate how long it's going to take. Oh, it's so far off. But, you know, even still, like, we have a lot of this to look forward to. We can always, you know... there's no doubt that we're going to be getting some of those lower tier elders. I will say, that part they brought up about too difficult to reproduce, I personally am of the opinion that they're talking about the guild, not of Guardians. I think that's kind of a red herring. Because how are we going to get Zoshia over here, who is an elder tier Guardian, you know? But you're over here telling us that, oh no, they're too difficult to reproduce as a Guardian? No. I am fully of that opinion. Like, they're talking about just the standard elder stuff. You can't catch them, and you can't breed them. That's it. Right? I think that's just them giving a recap to anybody who's new to Wilds and hasn't played any of the games. Okay, we got another 30 seconds left. Yep. Laoshen. Okay. I've been waiting for this part. I feel like this alone opens up so many possibilities for us. This is a boss monster, like a final monster for, if I recall correctly, base of the first game. Which means... Never mind. Which means it opens the possibility of even more, right? Like, we already know Gogmazios is in the game, who himself is a final boss monster. But this is them, like, kind of showing that, yeah, we're doing a lot more of that in the expansion, right? What I like so much about Lao Shen being here is he's always been an Omen, right? He's always been kind of like pointing to what is next. And there's two things. We're getting a lot more final boss monsters, which means Delamador is guaranteed by this point. And the other one is he's an Omen for Fatalis, right? You have such a large scale monster running away. We're going to get Fatalis. Like, Fatalis is practically not practically guaranteed, but it's so likely, it's more likely than not. Whether it's in the expansion or in one of the title updates, we're probably going to get White Fatalis, right? What better time to reintroduce White Fatalis into the series than when we're in the ruins of the ancient civilization, you know? What better time to have the Fatalis who destroyed Wyveria, you know? Anyway, that's why I'm so happy Lao Shen is in the game right now. Please don't make him a siege, bro. Make him like Gogmazios. I cannot stand siege monsters. Well, I can't stand the siege fights. They're god awful. $2027. If it's any similar to what it was last time, we're probably gonna get it around like February-ish, right? There's no reason for them to hold it that long. They probably want it in the first quarter of the fiscal year, if anything, you know, especially for shareholders and stuff. And that would make it about, what, 3 years of development time? Like, there's no reason they wouldn't want to go past that. Yep, there it is. All right, I appreciate y'all sticking around for all this. I'm very excited for it. I'm guessing you are all very excited for this. Sorry for my rambling. I don't do scripts. But I'm very excited. You're very excited. We'll see this all in 2027. I do gotta go. This is Kanamon signing out. See ya. And take care. Have a good one.